He's doing this on purpose. This Ben Shapiro destroys the Barbie movie for 43 minutes. They built a little Barbie set. He put on denim just for this. And I'm indulging him. He's jumped the shark. He's beyond parody now. So I don't know that I can ever come back to this. This is our last hurrah for Ben Shapiro. We're gonna embargo Ben Shapiro. The Ben Shabargo. Everyone has agreed that anytime I show this man's face, I have to give a content. Ted Cruz is emasculated by Barbie.
Now, I'm the dad of 2 young daughters. This is, going to be a big movie, particularly for a lot of young girls. There's a scene in Barbie where there is this map of the world, and it's drawn like with crayon. I mean, it's really a very simple cartoon. And so they have this blockish thing that is called Asia. And then they've drawn what are called the 9 dashes, this is Chinese communist propaganda, which the Chinese are asserting sovereignty over the entirety of the South China Sea. And they don't have any right to it under international law, but they're trying to take it away from their neighbors there, take away and claim China's in charge of the entire sea and no one else, whether Vietnam or Singapore or other nations in that area, they don't have any rights to. Now, I'm the dad of 2 young daughters.
So, I don't know that was the point of the, it does sound like nonsense. In a column for MSNBC, Vance pointed to an interview Cruz gave before presumably seeing the movie, which opened this weekend. During the interview, Cruz describes a map. As Vance points out, Cruz is pursuing a bright, shiny thing before adding, pundits can discuss the merits of the movie and how it's brainwashing Americans. Of course, none of that will be true. The map is as real as Barbie herself. It's a film prop with lots of dotted lines and dashes. That's what sounds like. It was nonsensical. She added that she doesn't really want to engage Cruz's nonsense before adding a laundry list of conservative culture war complaints that are intended to deflect from being held accountable for doing actual policy work in Washington, D.C. That's what I'm saying. Fucking right-wing bullshit distracts us from, the real shit we need to be talking about. And I feel like I give into it too much. I shouldn't engage. I try to keep it towards the end of the show, right? That's when we engage with the right-wing bullshit. Some people are into it, some people aren't, It's kind of the shit that gets me hate views on YouTube, especially. So, Ben Shapiro has a video about the Barbie movie. Do you want to hear Ben Shapiro's opinion about Barbie?
Let's say, hypothetically, I'm a Barbie girl. Okay, and let's even say I'm in a Barbie world. Right, so in this scenario, I would obviously know from personal experience that life in plastic is fantastic. Wouldn't it be reasonable to assume you could brush my hair and undress me literally everywhere? Imagination you can derive from the fundamentals of basic logic that life is your creation. Let's say, hypothetically, I'm a Barbie girl. Okay, and let's even say I'm in a Barbie world. Right, so in this scenario, I would obviously know from personal experience that life in plastic is fantastic. Wouldn't it be reasonable to assume you could brush my hair and undress me literally everywhere? Imagination you can derive from the fundamentals of basic logic that life is your creation.
But he actually did a real fucking video about this stupid shit. It's clickbait.
Seeing Barbie and Oppenheimer. I'm about to review both of them. I'm going to tell you which one of these is the best blockbuster of 2023 and which one is maybe the worst.
I bet he loved our movie, right, Ken?
Oh, he liked Oppenheimer.
For those of you who can't wait that long, I'm going to give my review of the Barbie movie in the most Oppenheimer fashion.
What the f***? Run.
God, I hate this. sorry.
So the things I do for my audience, my producers dragged me to go see Barbie the movie, and I have thoughts. This video is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Let me begin with my generalized assessment of the movie. This movie is not just a piece of shit. This movie is a flaming piece of dog shit piled atop an entire dumpster on fire, piled atop a landfill filled with dog shit. It is one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Wait, he's allowed to say dog shit?
Terrific movie. The only thing that can be said for this film is production design. The production design is really nice. The costumes are really nice. Also, it's really hard to screw that up. It's really hard to screw that up because you literally have this to model after. All you have to do is this, but big, okay? It's really not tough. But put aside all of the beautiful costumes, which is there for the ladies, and all of the production design and the Barbie universe and all of that. Every joke that happens in this film happens.
Guys, you don't know. Is it gay to appreciate costumes?
Barbie turns on the water and there's no water. Ooh, because, you know, like in Barbie house, there's no actual water. Do you get it? And then she drinks, but there's no actual liquid in the actual cup. Oh my God, because she's a Barbie doll. Oh, I get it. Okay, that's all the jokes. There are no more jokes for the rest of the film. The movie's a shit show. Okay, so conceptually, the movie is a shit show. I want to ask this: who is the intended audience of the film? Who's the intended?
I've been asking that up until it's come out, but I think I'm the intended audience for this film. I think it's definitely not Ben Shapiro. I think it's me. I think it's Sparkles. I think it's pretty much 18 to 40-year-olds. Maybe even like 18 to 60-year-olds. I mean, fucking. My mom loved Barbie. Maybe she wants to go see it. I'd say a lot of gay men are really into the movie. I think I'm done with Ben Shapiro already. I don't love Barbie, but like I want to see the movie just because I like Margot Robbie. I like Ryan Reynolds. I like the woman that directed this is cool. I feel like it's gonna be subversive in a way. I don't know how deep it's gonna go, but I feel like it's gonna be subversive. And I'm kind of into that. Exactly, clinically. I'll see it when a good copy goes up online. Especially right now. I'm sorry I told anybody to cancel their streaming services. Apparently, the unions will call for that as like a collective action. So I was wrong to tell everybody to cancel their streaming services. You missed me saying that the other day. I would like to clarify that. Keeping on. Already canceled your streaming service at my behest. I'm sorry. It has to be for like gay men. But it's friendly enough to where you can take your older girls, right? Like people my age have kids. Like my buddy has a daughter that's like. Is that wrong of me not to know how old my buddy's kid is? He's got too many of them for me to keep up with.
Intended audience for this film. So I'll tell you who the intended audience for this film is, and I can tell two ways. One, the previews on the film, and two, the people in the audience. So the intended audience for this film is moms and their 8-year-old daughters. That's the intended audience for the film. I know because the previews for the film were all kids movies. I'm talking like G or PG rated kids films. We're talking like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Trolls 4 or whatever it is. Those were all the previews, right? All the previews are actually directed at what the audience is supposed to be for this film. And if you look in the audience, it's a bunch of moms, like youngish moms, middle-aged moms, with their like 6, 7, 8-year-old girls. That's the entire crew.
Yep. That's what I'm saying.
For any of those people. In fact, this movie is made for no one. This movie is going to make a bunch of money week one because the marketing effort has been extraordinary. I mean, whoever's the marketing team over at Warner Brothers is doing an amazing job. Week one, this thing is going to clean up at the domestic box office. My prediction is going to just absolutely fall off a cliff after that. The repeat business on this movie is going to be non-existent because it was written by two people who are so smug and self-satisfied, in Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach, that they have no audience. I mean, like, who thought it's a great idea? Let's bring on the people who wrote Lady.
He is
to
seething.
make a movie.
Seething.
Plastic doll that is generally
About not making it in Hollywood.
5 to 9-year-old young girls. So the basic idea of the film, they really have no basic idea of the film. They don't know whether they hate Barbie or that we're supposed to kind of like Barbie. It seems they kind of despise Barbie as a fascist emblem, as we'll get to. The basic sort of premise of the film, politically speaking, is that men and women are on two sides of the divide, and they hate each other. And literally the only way you can have a happy world is if the women ignore the men and the men ignore the women. That seems to be the final outcome of this film. I was trying to separate this into problems with plot and problems with character and problems with the politics of the film, but they're all intertwined because the thing is just a mess. It doesn't make any sense. Plot-wise, it makes no sense. Character-wise, it makes no sense. So let's just go through it from the beginning. There's gonna be lots of spoilers, but believe you me, I'm about to save you so much time because this movie is 2 hours. It feels like it is longer than...
Yeah, we'll skip out on Ben Shapiro spoilers. I think I'm done with him. Like he's doing this on purpose. This Ben Shapiro destroys the Barbie movie for 43 minutes. They built a little Barbie set. He put on denim just for this. And I'm indulging him. He's jumped the shark. He's beyond parody now. So I don't know that I can ever come back to this. Is our last hurrah for Ben Shapiro. We're gonna embargo Ben Shapiro to Ben Shabargo. Giving Ben Shapiro the shabusiness. Slapping him with a Ben Shabargo.